I hope everyone's having a good Friday. It's finally getting nicer out here. Going to give it a couple of seconds for the people to start tuning in. Appreciate everyone coming into my Friday evening event. Gotta turn off my laptop here. Looks like we are. It's down. There we go. Okay, welcome. All right, guys. So, first things first, I want to open up a couple of packages we have that I've gotten over the week. Just before I get into the good stuff, I want to give a couple of minutes for people to start tuning in. First box we got is from Ryan from Fine Detailing. Okay. Forgot what I got from him. It's been a couple of days. I ordered this on Sunday and he shipped it out the same day on Sunday. I was very impressed with that. And he's very quick. I think I got it on Monday or Tuesday. Very fast. What's up, Vice? What's up, AK? How you doing, my friends? So from Fine Detailing, first thing I got was a clean screen. Forgot what a clean screen is. Did I? Oh, it looks like this is a bucket insert from Detail Factory. Not sure. I must have ordered this. Oh yeah, I definitely ordered it because it's the color I liked. Oh, there goes a couple of parts. More parts. Like this color. It's like a Josh V Quiver color. And I'll install this later, but basically you clip these inserts in. You clip them in, get them to snap on without breaking them. And then you have like all four of these. Or how many are? We got clips here. I don't know what these clips are. Anyways, we'll go over this later. I'm not going to deep dive this stuff. So we got a clean screen with a really cool, I think this is called Riptide colorway. Go over that later. Put this away. And another cool color. Little sponge. Little applicator sponge. Oh, hey. There you go. Didn't even have to touch you. Little applicator sponge. We'll go over that later. I've also reorganized all my stuff. So everything is nice and organized. There's a lot of cool things we can try out. And last but not least, I believe is what? Oh, two items. This is what I ordered from Ryan. I wanted to try this out. This is from Sponge Guru. This is the car care kit. And if you're curious why my car is outside, yes, we're going to be washing the car. So bear with me, boys and girls. This is a wash car kit. It's a sponge wheel kit. I'm not going to deep dive to this now, but we're going to go over the sponges. I believe this is the bigger brush for the sponge. So kind of look at those, right? That's pretty cool. They got a smaller one. So again, this is for later episodes. We're not going to go over this now. I'm just kind of unboxing what I got. You can call me Pan the Unboxer. That's funny because he just did a huge unboxing. The next package up, we got right here. I believe this is from Jeff from Improved Garage. What's up, Serrano? Serrano's in the house. AK says, I need to get the detail guards wall attachments for the second wheels bucket. Yeah, I think that would help a lot. Ryan sells Sponge Guru. Yeah, I don't know how long he's been selling it. I think he's doing a limited run. I think there's only like 100 or 50 or something. There's very few. He's just kind of seeing if people want to buy them. So I tried them out. This came from Jeff from Improved Garage. It's a 3D molding for my McKees. Reach for. I feel like something's still in this box. He added a citrus APC. Thanks, Jeff. And a couple more things. Jeez. Couple more things. He also sent a quick detailer from G Technic. So we'll try these things. Appreciate you sending me that, Jeff. That wasn't necessary, but that was also nice. But yeah, basically what this is for, I'm going to be, when we polish, this guard is going to be, these screws will unscrew and I will add this like that and it will help. What's up, Wes? I see you on there. So that'll be cool. This will greatly improve the polishing experience. So I'll put that there. Okay, we're halfway done. Halfway done here, guys. Halfway done. And then I believe this was from Auto Fiber, if I'm not mistaken, Auto Fiber. Through the chat here. What's up, Rico? What's up, Flint? Yeah, so Auto Fiber. We will be trying out a couple of things. As you see, I already have the barrel blade light. The light I think is perfect size for my wheels. And it looks like that he threw in. Looks like he may have thrown in a couple of stickers here, so we'll probably put those on my cabinets later. So Auto Fiber stickers. This is from Auto Fiber. I think I ordered this, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. It got in like yesterday, I think. So the first thing up, again, we'll deep dive this later, but basically these are like scrubbing wheels. So they're a little bit different than the traditional soft one that we're all familiar with. I believe this is the medium one. You would have to, well, again, we'll deep dive this later. Just kind of showing you what we're going to be going on later on the weeks. And then this one is also, I believe this is the most aggressive, the aggressive with the red handle. So this is more of like it's almost like a Scrub Ninja. It's like a Scrub Ninja blade. So we got a Scrub Ninja, we got a microfiber, and then we have the soft, kind of like a wash mitt style. And then I wanted to try these out. Looks like pretty cool. These are tire dressing applicators, nice and fat, stiff. That's what she said. Thanks to Keeve. And these look pretty cool. Definitely want to check these out. Looks like it's a 4-pack from Auto Fiber. It's like 3-inch by 3-inch by 2-inch. Is that what it is? Yeah. Or 8 centimeter, 8 centimeter by 5. Those look pretty stiff. I like those. And then last but not least from Auto Fiber, we got the Scrub Ninjas in the American colorway. This is America. So when we're here, we do things American. Well, this bleed looks like it should bleed. It's the only thing I'm worrying about is it's bleeding. As it cool as it looks, it just looks like it's gonna bleed. Bleed freedom, right, guys? Bleed freedoms. All righty. So we're about almost done, guys. Almost done. This is why I feel like I should do my lives like 10 minutes early just to kind of get this stuff out of the way. And this is from Andrew from Carzilla. So we had getting shipments from all over, guys. We're getting Improved Garage. We got Ryan from Fine Detailing. We got Auto Fiber. And now we have Carzilla, our friends in Canada. If you're in Canada, oh, look, you get a little goodie. So he sent me an extra goodie of Iron X, which I don't have. This is I believe this is Car Pro Iron X. I've heard good things about Iron X. Has anyone tried Iron X? And I think I bought this. This is a foaming leather conditioner. It comes in a foaming bottle by G Technic. I'd have to check my order, but I believe I bought this. This is a foaming bottle leather conditioner. So if you're just tuning in, I'm just doing a brief unboxing for things that we will be going over later on this month, maybe even later, because I have so much stuff to go over. So if you guys watched my live last week with things, so I'm not going to go over every name or what they are, but there's a bunch of cool. This is like their ninja pad. Looks like they got little yellow fibers stuck from one of the towels. A bigger applicator. See, Bobo, because it's backwards right now, but it should say Popo. This seems cool. This is like anyways, deep dive this stuff later. So we got that. Applicator, wax pad. This looks like their wool mitt, which is like the same line as the Popo. Pretty soft. I think this will be a good wheel mitt. Barzilla kind of packaged these in this like very light plasticky bag, which it's got pros and cons. I don't really like that the fibers are mixing with each other, as I just mentioned. One of them already has a bunch of yellow stuff. Somehow this already has yellow fibers and there's nothing yellow in it. So I'm not too happy with that, but I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to lose sleep. I'm just making a note that like maybe, mix similar fibers with similar fibers if that isn't too bad. And then I think this is like a anyways, more detailed popo, okay? I'm not going to go over everything right now cuz we have a lot of stuff, okay? So more stuff, leveling towels from them, pretty much the whole detailed popo line. So stay tuned for detailed popo. I think we're going to actually, you know what? Let's bust out one of them and then we will use it today. We will be using this today. Look at that. And there's already like, what is this? This looks like, is this a leaf? Is that like a piece of cigar on it? So quality control is not the best here. It's hard to see. But there's already something. It's already something on it. Okay. Not happy with that. That's just one of them. I just grabbed one of them. Okay. Everything else looks fine. So we'll use one of those. Oh, also check this out, guys. Oh, lights everywhere. Organized, cleaned up, lights everywhere. This looks very similar to a pluffle. Very similar to a pluffle. So we'll check that out today. Okay. So today, oh yeah, okay. So let's say that's basically it. And then if you guys remember, we've been doing this entire KCX line, and I purchased a bunch of stuff that I didn't get from KCX yet. Well, it came, guys. It came. It's supposed to come in on Wednesday. It actually came in on Tuesday, a day early. But the condition of the box is not very good, as you see here. That's the condition that the box came in. So let's go over this really quickly. And then you will also get to see what we'll be talking about later on. Not tonight. We will just be quickly going over the items here. Let me read some of those comments too. What's up, Jason? Let's see, Rico. All the regulars in the house. Oh, definitely. I heard Jeff is looking to offload his print program. Yeah, I've seen some labels. I would make some custom labels from Jeff. So right now, KCX, the box is kind of broken. Labeling on the top, but none of the bottles are wrapped. Okay. So this, I don't know if this really did much. I'm sure it did something, but none of the bottles are wrapped. Okay. That's disappointing to me. When you're spending $40 a bottle, they're gonna be all dented. Like this right here, right? Like I'm here and you're giving me dented bottles. I can't even undent it. Anyways, not happy. So we got protect leather care. We got speed glass cleaner. We'll see what the difference between that and Coach Kemi's glass cleaner. We got all surface cleaner. We got Leather Star. Okay. We got the multi interior cleaner. What's that difference between Polestar, right? And then we got Nano Magic shampoo. So this is 750 milliliters of Nano Magic shampoo. You go on the Coach Kemi website or you go on a website, Nano Magic, go to Amazon. This is almost $45 for a 1 liter. $45 for one. This is 0.75. And I got 10 bottles for $90. So let's just say it's $9 on average. $9 instead of, let's say, $36. Okay, $36 and $9. This was my play right here. I figured Nano Magic is the play. Okay, so that was I was thinking. Okay, this is decent, and then the rest can kind of pay itself. So then we have Speed Sheen Polish. We got more polish here. Is this polish going to be like an F6? Is it going to be like a micro cut? It's greenish. Is this going to be like P1? I'm curious if this will be like P1. So this big ass bottle could be like $20, maybe more. Okay. Because if you get a polish like this big, it could be like $75. So I think they don't even sell 500 mils of their polish. I think their polish is 250 mils or something. So this is a fair amount of polish. Then we got reactive wheel cleaner. Again, we're going to go over this stuff, deeper dive it, but Reactive wheel cleaner. Is this like a little mix of RRR and magic wheel cleaner? Is there going to be, there's a lot of things we're going to try out. And then an all around quick detailer. Is this going to be like quick and finish? Is this going to be like quick and shine? Is this going to be like FSE? A lot of stuff we're going to go over. And then we got refresh cockpit care. What's the difference? So it looks like this is going to be like it trims and plastics. Is this like a top star? Is that supposed to be a top star? And then we got nano magic plastic care. Is this supposed to be the top star? Is this what is this? Is this supposed to be their? I don't know. Again, we're going to do research because that's confusing me. Oh, this is the okay. So this is the exterior plastic. So Nano Magic Plast Care. There's a photo of the car. It's got plastics on the lower rocker panels and the front grille. So that makes me feel like, is this Plastar? Is this HPC? Check that out later. And we got insect and dirt remover. Now, if you look fairly carefully on Coach Kemi's line that we have in the United States, there is not very, I don't think there is an insect and bug remover dedicated product on the professional line. You're going to either be recommended to use Green Star at like up 10 to 1, pre-spray kind of like a citrus. You're going to be recommended multi-star, super foam, any of these high alkalines, but they don't have an actual dedicated bug and insect remover except their consumer line. Again, we will try this out and see what it is. And last but not least, we got Quick and Shine. This is the one with silicone as a quick detailer. We will go over that later. We got one sprayer head, two sprayer heads, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 decent sprayer heads. These are actually fairly decent sprayer heads if you had them before. I don't know how much they sell these online, if they even do. Let's assume these are $2 each. So 8 sprayer heads at $2, that's $16 right here. Okay, that's $16. The Nano Magic, let's say that's $25. That's already half. That's already half of those 10 bottles. So right now, I think it's doing pretty well, paying for itself. I think that's a fair bargain, $90 for these 10 bottles. My only concern is get better back boxes, package it better, and actually wrap them individually. Because some people like me like pretty looking bottles, especially when you're spending lots of monies. And then last but not least, looks like we got protective wax, and it looks like it's already kind of bleeding a little bit. I don't know if that's supposed to be normal. It looks like it probably should just be this color. I think it's supposed to be cherries. Yes, it does smell like protector wax. It has that cherry smell, but it kind of feels like it's already starting to like bleed. I wonder if it's old. I wonder if this is old. KCX, if you're watching, let me know what you think of this one is. The price I think is like $4. And then I bought a multi-star sticker, which I'll probably put on my designated multi-star 1 to 10. I usually do that for door jams and stuff like that. And then KCX sticker. You gotta hook it up. I don't know if you can see that, but I got one right here. I got a couple laying over the place. All right, now that we finally opened the boxes, it has been about 20 minutes. Let's get to the good stuff. Let me read some of these comments here. What's up, Mondo? Hey, Mondos, I've been reading my previous chats and I missed so much of your questions. Sorry about that. And anyone else, if you ask questions and I don't read them, it's not that I'm ignoring you. I honestly just I need to know how to. I just need to practice slowing down and just like spending a little bit more time and just kind of like I'm like blah, 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 very ADD. It's hard for me to kind of just chill. And even when I'm not chilling, it's still a 2 3 hour video. So if I'm chilling, it's gonna be like 4 hours. So I'm trying not to do that. Ba, 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 ba. I was thinking USPS as I'm sitting here working for USPS. Also, side note, when I'm reading that, I also ordered, I don't know, 10 or 20 100 milliliter bottles. My goal is to do more videos and do more giveaways. I want to give away a lot of this stuff that I'm trying. For instance, let's say you don't have any leather star. I don't want to give away this entire liter, but I could probably give away half of it, and half of it is 500 milliliters. That's 5 people I could give this away to. 5 people and still have half of this bottle. So my goal is to do more giveaways and have like 3 winners, or 2 or 3 winners per giveaway. So it's you get a lot better odds. What's up, Chris? Mondo loves the blue bottles. I'm thinking the blue bottles is a play right now. If you don't have any KCX, I'm not trying to deep dive into this, but as I mentioned, Nano Magic seems to be a good price for it. You're getting 750 milliliters, and Nano Magic is like $45 online. Um, you're getting a bug remover, which I don't think KCX even has a bug remover other than this specific bottle. And then you're getting a polish, you're getting a lot of stuff. You're getting a glass cleaner that I don't even, again, think it's a play. I think it's a play. We're gonna try it out. We'll see. I'm giving you my raw opinion without trying it yet, so just bear with me. There is the Leather Star I mentioned last week. I'm using mine tomorrow if it doesn't snow. Also, I want to smell this really quick. The Leather Star kind of smells like sun lotion, like you going to the beach, like back in the '90s, and it had like that liquidy, very liquidy sun lotion that no one really uses anymore. Kind of just smells like sun lotion. We'll go over that. We'll deep dive later. I'm going to try the idea from Out of Spec Detailing combined Green Star and Adams Waters. Yeah, I saw that. He does that a lot. I think he also, I think Out of Spec was recommending 50% glass cleaner and 50% traceless or something like that too. I definitely know he did the Adams Waterless. I don't have Adams Waterless, but I did order some other waterless, and I was curious. Absolute is pretty slick. I wonder if you made an absolute waterless and then you made 50% GC. I wonder what that would be like too, because there's a lot of polymers in absolute. Blah blah blah. Let's catching up. I'm catching up. I want to try FSE. I'd love to know if the blue bottles is the same. Um, that would be curious. I think that you're talking about the they're quick. Yeah, they're quick detailer, all around quick detailer. I'm gonna guess it's more like quick and finish. I'm thinking, and it probably won't have much protection. I'm just assuming. I haven't done research on it. I tried Coupless and Reflect, and I love it. Rico combined. Greg, what's up, Greg? That sticker isn't as old as me. It's getting there. It's getting close. Mondos, thank you. No worries. Even Greg, sup Dan. Okay, we're caught up. B Riley, what's up, B Riley? How you doing, my friend? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. I miss your videos. I always enjoy them. Okay. We're now down to the good stuff. So officially today we are going over pre-washes, and specifically the pre-washes we're going to be going over is Coast Chemi's Multi-Star, Coast Chemi's Super Foam. Can this look down a little bit? Can this look down? Coast Chemi's. Is that better? Okay. So we got Multi-Star, we got Coast Chemi's Super Foam, and we got Bill Tamber Laboratories Touchless. A brief introduction of what pre-washes are. Okay, pre-washes, if anyone is not familiar, I'm assuming most of you do, but those that might not know, you can always ask questions in the comments. Okay, we're always here to help. We're not here to discourage anybody from learning. Obviously, people have their own methods, people have their own opinions. That's totally fine. You're welcome to express your opinions as long as it's productive. It's critical. That's not just being blatantly rude. Totally fine with it. Okay. I got a temper. I have low patience. I try to keep it professional. I understand. Okay. I get it. I'm also very opinionated on things. It's just my opinion, your opinion. Try to respect each other's. Let's get on with the show, right? So, pre washes. So, pre washes, by definition, a pre wash is they're basically a wash before your actual contact. To keep it short, you're basically spraying on some sort of chemical or solution at a certain dilution ratio. You're going to spray it onto your car without touching it. You'll let it dwell for a certain amount of time, with a minute, 5 minutes, whatever the product is, or your environment, whether it's hot, windy, yada yada yada. Then you rinse off the car, okay? And then we will basically do this in a spray bottle. Normally recommend, if you're very if you're really tight on chemicals, you want to have things stretch as long as possible. I recommend so basically, with Built Hammer Touchless, they go by panel impact ratio, PIR. To figure out your panel impact ratio, it's simple math. It's really not that complicated until you bring the pressure washer into the scenario. First, They recommend for Built-Hammer Touchless a PIR of either between a half of a percent to about 2%. Now, I know previous versions, I believe it was up to 5% panel impact ratio. That is very strong. What that means is that about 5% of your product to water. Okay. That's pretty simple. So 2% panel impact ratio is 2% chemical to your water. Normally, I run is since my car isn't crazy neglected. If I do a pre-wash, I tend to do it on the lighter side. But for this instance, we are testing its efficiency. So we will do it on the stronger end of 2% PIR. So if you're having to figure out the math, that's essentially 1 in 50. Okay. 2% is 1 in 50. Surprise, right? So 1% is 1 out of 100, right? So if 1% is 1 of 100, 2% is 1 of 50, right? Okay, you get me? And because of that sense, if you look at multi-stars, basically for multi-star, they recommend use in the foam cannon between 1 to 3 for rims and wheels, which is very, very strong, up to 1 to 10, which is recommended. I do 1 to 10 in a foam cannon, puts on a good show, doesn't dwell as long, but we'll go over that later. Um, let's see. So 1 to 30 to 1 to 50. We will be doing this 1 to 50. We will be doing both of these in a spray bottle, multi-star and Built-Hammer Touchless 1 to 50 in a spray bottle. We will also be putting this 1 to 10 in a foam cannon, and we will also be putting in super foam in a foam cannon 1 to 10. Or actually, I'm not sure if we'll do multi-star in a foam cannon. We'll see. We'll see where we're at. But most likely, if you're a professional and you're using pre-washes rather extensively, the foam cannon is not really feasible for you. Sure, it'll put on a lot of, it'll be very pretty, it'll be attractive, and it looks pretty cool. But honestly, for the most part, 90% of the cars that you'll probably be working with, most of that heavy dirt and grime will be in your lower panels of the car, right? Right around here. Not on the top parts, not stuff like that, but usually right around here. Okay. And for that part, I would recommend either a Marilax or an IK pump sprayer, or if you're fancy, get an electric sprayer and just kind of 1 to 50 and a 2% PIR, 1 to 50 on your lower rockers and wheels. Now, very important with multi-star, at the very end, they recommend a dwell time, maximum dwell time for up to 1 to 300, 5 minutes. Okay. So don't go longer than 5 minutes. And then up to 1 to 30, 1 minute. Okay. So we're going to do 1 to 50, and we will set a timer. As soon as we start spraying, I'll set a timer for 1 minute, and we're going to start spraying. And same with Built-Hammer Touchless, I believe it's pH neutral. So this one's a lot safer. I also heard this goes. I've used both. Full disclosure, I literally have them in 32-ounce pre. I use them all the time. I just fill them up for aesthetically. They look great because they look nicer when they're full, right? But I do half of a percent. Okay, a half of a percent in a 1 liter spray bottle or Marilax is only 5 milliliters. Okay, that's very little product. If you want to do a 1% PIR, it's stuck over here. If you want to do 1%, it's 10 mils. If you want to do 1 to 50, which is what we're doing 1 to 50, that's 20 mils. It's not even 1 ounce. Okay. This is goes a long way. So, oh, and sorry. And if you guys are still listening and tuning in, we got a little bit of fun for you guys afterwards. So stick around. I'll give a shout out to my friend here. We'll deep dive into that. I forgot about this here. I'm just kind of moving that there so I don't forget it. Maybe read some of this chat. I think my heat's turning on. Let me go turn off my heat too, because I have the garage open, so I don't want the heat just be blasting. If you have any questions, write them in the comments right now. I'll try to read them up real quick. Turn this off. There we go. I have a what is that, gas? Yeah, hello, sir. Come with me, sir, over here. Oh my God, he's like, I think the lights are like blinding him. He doesn't like the lights. He's not a fan of lights, guys. I like lights, but anyways, okay. So read the comments. I'm gonna get to work here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill 20. Jesus. I'm gonna fill 20 mils. I have bottles already set up here, so I'm gonna fill the 1 to 50 PIR in both. I'm using brand new Kosh Chemi sprayers. Can we work today? Jeez Louise, you are slow. All right, let's see here. I have zero point 0.5 square foot of leather in my truck. Only the steering wheel. That's funny. That's gonna last you like 100 years, Chris. I have my money on Bill Tamber. Yes, well, I'm very curious to see. I'm not gonna deep dive, but yes, I'm interested. Pre-washes aren't needed, just a California duster. Yeah, see, Chris, I think to me, as opinion as I am, I think pre-washes is probably the most important part of a car wash. I think it's the most important. I think this is the most important time to get the stuff that actually is gonna like mess your car up. If you really care about scratching your car. If you really don't care, I would still probably just do a pre-wash because let's say you don't care. Okay. You don't care. You might not even want to do a contact. You might just want to have a car that can get as clean as possible without touching it. So I think pre-wash is probably going to be your only wash. And I think you're going to want super foam or touchless because I think super foam will have the best dwell time and you can foam cannon that on. And you can use this as a bucket wash. All right. Let's get to washing, guys, right? All right. I use my Labo Primus on every watch. Chris, that's pretty good. I mean, you probably don't need a Primus or. By the way, did you guys read Out of Spec Detail giving a tier list? And half of the brands he hasn't even tried, and he's giving him tier list for stuff he hasn't even tried, and then he wasn't even pronouncing Lavos Cosmetica. Was it which one? It's not Preludio. It's the Primus and Purifica. He was like Purif. I don't know. He doesn't even know how to pronounce it. And he's giving reviews on brands he hasn't even tried. It's kind of crazy to me, honestly. But that is not here nor there. I'm not here to start shade. I think it's just funny. You make an opinion. I totally get it. Just try it first and then get an opinion on it, right? That's what I say. Okay. So today we will be doing 1 in 50. We got Bill Tamber touchless and we got multi-star. We're gonna do 1 in 50. We get a fresh gallon of distilled water to keep the test as fair as possible because if you have very hard water, that might play a role. Plus, if you use distilled water, you will be able to continually hold your solutions later if you're not using all of it. Now, first, technically, 1 in 50 is not exactly 1 liter to 20 mils. It's like 980 to 20, but you really don't have to be exact, but it's always nice to be exact. So let's first this will be the Bill Tamber touchless. I got 1 liter right there. Let's pour that in, and then I'm gonna go get 20 mils of touchless real quick. I'm using a KCX pourer. This I think measures up to 2 liters. We're using brand new KCX bottles, brand new KCX sprayer heads. We're gonna keep everything. Oh man, this is pouring up pretty much to the edge. I don't like this. I'm gonna take out a little bit because it's like literally up to the end here. I don't like that. I'm going to just pour out some. KCX, your bottles, I wish you added a little bit more just so you can kind of add your solution. So I'm going to take touchless, take some or touchless and multi-star, shake your bottle up. I'm going to get 20 mils. Very viscous, like a gel. Very hard to squeeze. Very hard. I'm squeezing as hard as I can. Okay, that's about 20. So let's do 20 mils right there. This is Bill Tamber touchless. I believe it's pH safe. There we go. That's 20 mils. Pretty clear. Well, that's a good angle. Yeah, that's pretty good stuff. Okay. Pretty viscous. Probably not the most recommended to use those things unless you have some strong grip. And we'll pour that directly in. A little syrupy. But that'll do, babe. That'll do. Okay. So this is not exactly 1 in 50. We kind of poured out, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Oh, and I also didn't mention to find out your PIR with foam cannon because everyone has a different foam cannon. To keep it simple, what you do is you take your foam container, you take your container that you fill your soap with your foam, fill that with water, you get a bucket, okay? And then you fill that bucket, you shoot into the bucket with your foam cannon, and you see how and you wait until that foam cannon is empty of water. And then you weigh out your water and see how much water you produced. With that math, you will divide that by 0.02, which is 2% PIR. Not as thick, didn't break my hands to squeeze it. Okay, there is 20 mils, a lot more liquidy. A lot more liquidy. They're both clearish. Obviously, this one's green. We will pour that in. Oh, I forgot to add water. Shoots. Forgot to add water. Normally, you always add water first, especially have something that's very bubbly like this. Multi-star is usually very bubbly. But we'll try not to agitate it as much so I can keep pouring it all the way. I wish these bottles were like just slightly over 1 liter so you can kind of like, but I got, oh, see, it's already bubbling. And I have like 200 mils left. See, this is the problem. This is the problem. I should have added water first. It's already bubbling. See, kids, this is why you don't add your product first. You always add the product afterwards. The water in there. Okay, and we'll get the brand new sprayer head. This is why you wear gloves too, guys. You don't want stuff that's very alkaline or acid to be touching you. So we got multi-star, 1 to 50. We got Bill Tamber touchless, 1 to 50. Bring this outside. I will get the camera in just a second. Make sure these are tight. Especially going outside, guys. Aren't you excited? And let's get the foam cannon. What do I got here? We're gonna use Griots today. Here's the Griot foam cannon. And we are gonna do 1 to 10 of super foam. First off, let's close that. Make sure this is the right one. I think that was touchless. This is must be. Yeah, that one's green. Okay. Put those back on the shelf. Anyways, I'll do that later. So we will get. So we're not filling up a full liter. We'll just do a half liter. So 1 to 10 for 500. So if it's 10, let's see. There's 500. So what is that? 1 ounce. 1 ounce for 500. I'm confused right now. Is that half an ounce? What is it, chat? What is 1 to 10 for 500? One to 10 for 500 milliliters is 45.5 milliliters. So basically 50 mils. 50 mils is what, an ounce and a half? Is that right, guys? Let's just do 40. Let's just do 50 mils. Oh, and I need the super foam. Right. Ooh, shake it. Shake it, but don't break it. Ooh, this smells really good. The other two really don't have much of a smell. It's more of like a cleaner smell. We're gonna do 45 mils. This is goes up to 30, so we're gonna do 30 and 15. Pours very well. So that's 30 right here. And let's add water first. I did add water. Okay, so add water. So we're gonna do this is 30. Pours very well. I like that pour a lot. Smells very floral smell. Now we'll get 15 right there. Like the color. I love the pour. Pour is very nice. Close that. So we got 1 to 10 of super foam. Cool thing about super foam is you can use this as a pre-wash, and you could also use this as a contact. The other two are dedicated touchless, officially touchless. They do not recommend you to touch it on the paint. I brought my Wi-Fi extender out here, so hopefully I get some decent service. We'll see. We will figure it out, right? See how we going. Did everyone guys catch who is that? Phoenix Arena? Phoenix EOD and his Pay It Forward campaign? That was awesome. So we got Superfoam. We got Multi-Star 1 to 50. Bill Timber Touchless 1 to 50. And let's go take a look at the car that we're going to be working on. Take the brain out. This button, not muted. That's the house. And guys, I've been saving some dirt for you guys, okay? I got some dirt. We got dirt, boys. We got dirt. We got little baby fingerprints. My baby loves touching my car. Totally fine. So this will be a nice experiment, okay? This is definitely pre-wash time. I mean, I could do a rinseless. People might not be comfortable doing a rinseless like this. The biggest takeaway is dwell time. You can kind of see the roof. It's kind of hard to see. Anyways, it's dirty. There's pollen. Pollen is starting, guys. You guys have pollen right now? You guys have pollen? All right. Let me know if you guys have pollen in the chat. Let me I'm going to get a lot closer this time. There we go. Down, left, right. There we go. Okay, so this panel right here, I'm going to use as a control. That means I'm not going to use any shampoo or any pre-wash. This side, I think, let's say super foam here because it's going to be pretty messy. So we'll do super foam here, 1 to 10. And we're going to do multi-star and touch amber. I can't remember which we're going to do. And I'm going to be kind of strict here. I'm going to do Bill Timber touchless first because it didn't give me a specific dwell time. Worrisome. It's more of a pH. Quote me. Could somebody in the chat tell me the pH neutral or pH of Bill Timber touchless? And then I'm going to use a timer and use multi-star. And then we are going to rinse it off without touching. And we will do a wipe test. And I want to go get a paper towel. Just so, I'll get the paper towel later. I don't need a paper towel right now. Okay. So let's do super foam first. This is a dry car right now. First, let's turn on my water. Oh, that's to the wrong one. This one. Turn on the water there. Yeah. Okay. Let's flood the hose. Hope you guys are having a good day so far. All right, that's purged. Beautiful. All right. All right, super foam. I think I'm gonna go from like here-ish to here. That's usually the dirtiest area, and I'm gonna try to keep this panel for the touchless and super foam or multi-star. And then this will be Bill Timber touchless. Should have tried these sprayer heads first. There we go. Get it nice and saturated. I recommend if you're doing this long term or you do cars every day and you like your wrists and you don't want cramping, I would recommend getting a pump sprayer like a Marilax. Okay, so that's saturated. And then we will set a timer for multi-star. There we go. Hopefully everyone can see this. This is obviously not as pretty. Both of them are pretty similar. Kind of like, okay, and Superfoam looking pretty good here. It's kind of hard to see. We're at 30 seconds already. Fender wells, that's a good question because these things are cooked. Those are cooked. That's a good question. We'll try that in a second here. So that's multi-star. This is touchless. This is super foam. Doing pretty well. The temperature right now, it's I think it's like 55 or maybe about 50. It's around 50 right now. It's not very windy. Obviously, we're not in direct sunlight. This is the control. Okay, it's dirty. Oh, already been a minute. It's already been a minute. So let's rinse this off. Look down. Yeah. All right, let's rinse this off. Sorry. Oh, and I don't have my nozzle. Let me go get my nozzle real quick. I could get my Keeve nozzle. I do have the Keeve nozzle, but I don't. I think we're going to use the actual pressure of the pressure washer. Most people, if they're using pre-wash, are going to use a pressure washer. All right. Straight down so I don't contaminate the other side. The panel is very flat, so it probably knocked out the wax that was there. It's supposed to. Very flat. You see where it wasn't on, it's kind of beating. You see it's kind of beating here, and it's very flat there, right? You can see that? You can kind of see the line. Very flat here and still beating. Okay, so this is the touchless. Here's multi-star. Both of them are very flat panels. So you could kind of see the line here where it stops. It's very obvious that this also kind of smashed whatever. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in and blow this bad boy and we'll get the wipe test going on. Let's blow, boys. Let's blow. Yeah, pressure washer. I hear you. What do you guys think? You think I should switch this ego out and put the active in, coach? Is he ready to play? Put me in, coach. Here, I'm gonna mute here so you guys can save your ears. Let me blow off that side real quick, and let's see how dirty that side is too. Just to give it a like an eat. Let's just pretend that there's soap there. So I'm I'm pretending it's clean. To be honest with you, that panel is also pretty dead. It's kind of hard to see. It's probably not looking there, but that panel is also dead. But there was no pre-wash there. Okay. I'll show you a little bit here. Can it look? Yeah, it's kind of dead. Anyways, back up. Let's start. Okay, so both areas is you can see very clearly where it's been sprayed and where it hasn't been sprayed. It's very obvious, especially when I was blowing. Very hard to dry here. It's like it almost gives it a feeling that there's oil. Look at that. You can see how obviously different. So obvious that it's still there. Um, Looks like Bill Hammer Touchless is kind of drying quicker than both. And this is also very similar. Let's do a dry test or a wipe test. So this is multi-star. Multi-star 1 of 50, 1 minute dwell time. Dirty, dirty. Not, I would say not very clean. Probably could do a little stronger. So next clean side, let's do Bill Hammer Touchless. I'd say much still kind of dirty, but I'd say slightly cleaner. Definitely dirty. Definitely dirty. Okay, you can see that wipe. You can see that wipe. So this is touchless. This is multi-star. Actually, from here, multi-star looks better. Touchless, touchless looks like I'm picking up a lot more dirt there. And multi-star is like, to be honest, multi-star doesn't look as bad. Let's do another multi-star. Multi-star looks like it's doing better. Let's throw that away. Let's get another fresh one here. So that's multi-star. Let's get a fresh one. Touchless without a part I haven't used. I think this is multi-star. From here, from this test, multi-star. Now let's do super foam. Fresh paper towel. There we go. Feels the cleanest, but that looks filthy. That looks filthy, guys. I would say none of these are passing my pre-wash test right now, honestly. Just to be honest with you, it's not passing my pre-wash test. Um, Maybe let it dwell longer. Maybe do stronger pressure. Should we try it again? Oh man, Eddie. Well, Eddie's got his whole family. Eddie can do his thing. I don't feel any disrespect with Eddie here. He's got his family coming in, so I get it. Let's for the sake of science, let's just spray the rest of this panel. This um for the sake of science, let's spray the rest of this with super foam just because I have it here. Smells absolutely lovely. This is very good smell. I could use this all the time. If I didn't love active foam as much, this would be it'd be very hard to choose between active foam and super foam. They're both excellent. Also, what did you guys think? Which one was the dirtiest? Was it multi-star? Was it Bill Timber touchless? Was it super foam? Should I also try multi-star 1 to 10? We have done that before. Um, but yeah, I was and the cling time. It seems like it's pretty decent cling time. It's definitely moving pretty fast right here. I don't know exactly what that smells, but it smells really good. I have some fairly decent overspray. I will deal with that later after the live. What is everyone saying here? How do I read this chat? It all looked the same. Yeah, Mondo. I think so too. You know what I should do, Mondo? See, I was worried about the multi-star dwell time, even though I use it all the time. Um, for the test purposes, I'm just trying to do with the way that they're explaining it. Multi-star in the foam can, I use it 5 to 1. Interesting, exquisite. And also nice to see you, my friend. I saw your video the other day. I think it was super foam yesterday or something. It's really nice. We're about 2 minutes on this dwelling for super foam. I I like this dwell. I don't see very much dirt down here. My wheels are also very dirty. I'm saving those for the alkaline wheel cleaner, magic wheel cleaner, so we can check that out. Okay. Honestly, at this rate, it looks like I could probably let it sit for like another 3 or 4 minutes, but I kind of want to rinse it off, or at least spray some of the top, get some of that. I don't really want this stuff is relatively stronger chemicals. You don't really want this stuff sitting on your paint, especially a dry paint for very long if you don't have to. So what I'm doing is just kind of getting the edges here that, again, I don't want staining, especially for just drying stuff. This looks good. What do you guys think? I think this dwell time is actually pretty good. Again, this is 10-1 in the Griot's foam cannon, 1.2 gallons per minute, pretty standard. Looks pretty good. The good thing about super foam is that you can use this as a pre-wash, is what we're doing. We can also come in with a contact. Multi-Star and Bill Tamber Touchless is not recommended contact, but you can use their touch on, and then Multi-Star, yeah, don't do that. Come and rinse this off. Still beating pretty well. It's still very stout. Whatever this is, I think this was the waxes that we were going on the other day. Waxes is still here. This is flat. This is flat, but this is still beating pretty well. Oh, and I forgot to do the damn wipe test for the control. I forgot to do the wipe test. So sorry guys, I messed up. I'm not good at this test. I'll get better. I'll get better. Smells really nice. Really nice. So now you can see this is flat. It's sheeting very slowly. It's definitely flat. This is definitely still beating. This is still beating pretty well. All this is very tight up here. This is like, look at this. Look how tight this is. This is, well, again, I didn't really spray super foam up there that much. Where are you going? Buddy, buddy, sir, we're not here to do 360 moves today. Sir, thank you. So yeah, that's still looking like some chingy blingy up there, okay? That's like chingy blingy, okay? It's looking sexy. And even down here where we sprayed super foam, it's still got some action. But here, this is looking dead. This is definitely looking dead here. Where the f are you going? And I still need to rinse this off. But I just want to show you, this is definitely dead here. It's starting, it's dead. It's definitely dead. Okay. This shows me that it's definitely dead. This shows me that it's definitely not dead. Let me know your comments. This was the controlled. I didn't wipe that, so I can't really give you an opinion on the controlled. That's my fault. That was my fault. Go down. Getting quicker with the camera. I'm getting quicker. I'm getting quicker. All right. Let's finish this out. And then what I'm gonna do is quickly, guys, let me know in your comments what I should do should I come in with a contact right now, or should I just kind of deal with this later? Do you want to see like do you want me to see super foam on a contact? Do you want me to do rapid rinseless wash in a contact? Do you want me to save that for like next week when I do like gentle snow foam versus like reactive rinseless wash? What do you guys think? We have a little bit of time here. This is definitely dead to about right here. And then there's still some parts of beating. Very, again, I don't think we sprayed super foam over here because to me, this looks like it's still waxed. Pretty much this top half of the car still looks excellent. When you get to around here-ish, this is super dead, super dead. Okay. Again, this is most likely dead. I don't think reset or any sort of acid wash is going to open it up, but we could try it. I don't really want to though. Let me go read the comments really quick to see where you guys are at while my ego is just screaming at me. I also have the perfectly safe brush. We could try super foam with the perfectly safe brush and do a wipe test. Do you guys think that's cool? Let me read the comments really quick. You could probably see me sitting back here right now. It's so funny. Fender wells, yeah, Mondo. Let's do the fender wells. Mondo, let's do the fender wells when I do wheel cleaning. I personally, since this is my everyday car, I don't really touch the fender wells like ever. Mondo, it killed the Katama spray sealant. I haven't used the spray sealant. I've been using their signature wax, the wet coat. Um, yeah, I haven't used the spray sealant yet, and I haven't used their coating. And I wouldn't. I don't think it would hurt the coating at least. Flynn says Eddie's going live. Yeah, that's totally fine. Eddie can do his thing. Eddie's the goat, and he's got his family in town. Mondo, I think more dwell time is the way to go. Also, I think, as I mentioned for this pre-wash, it really depends on the situation. But I'm going to assume if you're a professional car detailer, um, most of your cars that you're going to deal with are not going to be crazy bad, especially if you're doing a maintenance program. And let's just say your car is just, let's say you haven't washed your car in 4 months. Most likely, majority of that grime is going to be on the lower half of the car, which is where we were pointing it earlier. I would say just focus on your pre-wash on the lower panels, or just look at the car and make your best educated decision. My recommendation is always the least aggressive method, first. Multi-star on the foam can 5-to-1, yeah, definitely exquisitely. We should definitely try that. I think multi-star 5-to-1 versus super foam 5-to-1. We should definitely try that out. Actually, probably even try that right now. What's up, Jeff? How you doing, my friend? The Canon adds 10-to-1. Yep, it does. So 10-to-1 is really like 100. 5-to-1 is really like 50. Yep. Exquisite Queen, he knows his stuff. He knows what he's talking about. But Exquisite Queen, like I mentioned, I don't know if you were in here earlier, but I think this, again, if you're washing 2 or 3, let's say 5 cars a week, 5 cars a day, chemicals start really making a factor in how much you're using. That's why a lot of people like Superior and all these like effective or efficient priced stuff. But Multi-Star and Touchless, actually, if you're only using 5 milliliters for a whole car, that's also really good. Contact with Superfoam. Let's do that. Let's do contact with Superfoam. I'm going to get a bucket. I'm going to get a Armor Detail Supply bucket with detail grit guard. I will show you it briefly to show you. I just got a new detail guards. It's called Dirt Lock. So the bucket we will be using is Armor Detail Supply. We're going to be putting 2 gallons, 8 quarts. What's really nice about this bucket, the grit guard, is it's like locked in there, so you can really see how dirty your water is. We're going to fill it up to here, and while I'm doing that, if someone in the comments would like to recommend me what wash media we want to use, do you want to use the Tri-Fiber? Do you want to try the Rag Company's wash mitt? Do you want to try Detail Popo's wash mitt? You guys let me know what you guys want to do while I fill up the bucket here. And I will read the comments in a second. So we're gonna get eight quarts of water. And then someone in the comments, can you tell me what the dilution ratio in the bucket is for contact for superfoam? I think it's for 10 liters. I think it's 2 ounces. So if it's 8 liters, should we use like just 1.5 ounce? Is that what we should be doing? And let me put the brain back in my actually let's reverse it so then it could follow me. Let's do that. Look at this. Is it gonna follow me now? Look at that. Look at that. It's following me and it's got the good camera now. All right. So let me know what you got. I got 8 quarts of water here. I'm gonna go get the super foam and see what you guys say here. Oh, nice. I can see myself moving. Let's see active foam or contact with super foam. Let's try super foam first because we're gonna do active foam next week. Let me just quickly look at it. So Kosh Chemi super foam in a bucket. Kosh super foam bucket ratio. All right, so nope, they're doing gentle snow foam. Let's stipulate super foam because it's. I type in S super and it gives me gentle snow foam. All right, here we go. Super foam 1 to 50 to 1 to 100. We did that. Here we go. 1 part super foam with 5 to 10 parts of water. Standard bucket wash. A higher dilution ratio of 1 to 50 is recommended. So 1 to 150. 1 to 150. 50 mils per 10 liters. There we go. 50 mils per 10 liters. So we got 8 liters. We're gonna do. Let's just do 40 mils, okay? We're not gonna cry about it. So we're gonna do 40 mils. And then what did you guys figure out what sponge you guys wanted to do? Have you guys figured that out? Oh, look, it's still tracking me all the way over there. That's freaking awesome. Oh, yum. Someone said yum. I think that meant the yum tri-fiber. Is that what you're trying to say? We got two here. We got detail popo and we got the tri-fiber mitt. Still, we're gonna try detail. Maybe we try detail popo with the Actifoam. So we'll do the tri-fiber mitt. Everyone's favorite mitt right now. It's hot. It's sexy. All right. So we're going to. So it's 50 mils for 10 liters. So that means we are going to do 40 mils. This is the tri-fiber mitt. I'm going to delicately put it here. So I want to dispense this. All right. So 45. So 30 plus 15. So 30, 15. Okay. Pours very well. Smells very good. Pours very similar to Active Foam. Active Foam still smells better to me. I think Active Foam's strong, even stronger. Let's move that. Let's move that so you can see all this cool glory. Can you guys see this? Ooh. Oh, my thing is off. He died. He was like, Dan, no, I've had enough, brother. Ooh, this is what we can do. We're going to do super foam. We're going to contact with the Yum Tri-Fiber and the perfectly safe brush. We'll do that. All right, guys. Ooh, that's pretty. Bubbles very well. All right, so we're going to come back in with some super foam for contact. What I tend to do is when I go to a contact, I tend to foam on. Some people will do their pre-wash, rinse off, and then just come into contact again. This is all the way I do it. If you have black paint, I would probably take every precaution necessary. If you just have a car, you do whatever you want. But what we'll do is we'll put spray on. There we go. Try not to overspray. Looks beautiful. Looks beautiful. And I still have, let's say we still have like 250 mils left. We filled this with 500. So we could easily coat a car and then re-come in with a contact. So we got Yum Tri-Fiber. And let's go get the perfectly safe brush, shall we? Aha! Right here. Let's turn off the pressure washer because that's really loud. Now, the cool thing about the perfectly safe brush, it also has an extensive wand, so you can make it go really long if you want. Blah, blah, blah. You have really high cars, or you can kind of keep it short. Tightens in the back, super soft. All right. So let's get my first impressions of super foam. The suds are really nice, but it dissipates. It's not like very dry suds like some of these cheaper soaps that I've used. Okay, so this is the tri-fiber mitt. This is very slick. This is like a good 8, a solid 8. It's smooth, slick. Absolutely no dirt so far, but I'm not expecting much dirt. Keep that same side. We're gonna do the same. It smells really good. Very flowery. This is a very flowery smell. I'd say if you're like a girl or you like the floral smells, this is gonna be your soap. Come in with the clean side. That smell it's almost too strong for me now. Very slick. This is where the dirt should come in. What I do is I do one simple pass and then I'll come in with the clean side. But for this time, I want to show you the dirt. So we got some dirt there. Okay, we'll come in with the clean side. Very slick. Noticeably slicker on the second time around. Pretty much no dirt the second time. First dirt. And this bubblage. It's I don't know how I don't have the best words. So for right now, I don't know. I don't want to do much abrasion, but the water is super clear. I don't know if you can see this, but it's super clear on the bottom and it's very milky and sudsy in the middle. Can you see that? Hopefully you can, but that's very clear. Now let's agitate the sponge. This is the dirty side, I can see it. Normally I like having all four walls, but we're just trying this out, right? I don't want to move my sleeve up. Clean, clean, and I will show you. I'll just do a quick dump again. So the mitt is super clean. Both sides super clean. Don't see any dirt at all. And now let's see what the bucket on the bottom looks like. The bucket on the bottom is not clear anymore. And I can kind of see some very, very small like particles. I saw like one or two small particles. Now let's come in with the perfectly safe brush. Hopefully everyone's having a fun Friday. Appreciate you coming in and tuning in. Okay, I can see how the dirt is kind of staying down there and the water doesn't kind of come up. It kind of stays down and it prevents it from splashing up. So we'll come with the perfectly safe brush. Doesn't need to be on the verge of dripping. I like it as wet as possible. And with no pressure, just a very slight, very smooth. You see that dirt? You could see the dirt there. Hopefully. I see the dirt. And then we will move the tri-fiber and just lightly agitate it on the bottom. I can see dirt falling. I can see the dirt falling. And that's pretty much spotless. Pretty much spotless. Okay. It's really nice for like emblems and stuff where you kind of, you see the Instagrammers and they got their nice detail brushes and they're delicately doing the nice emblem, which is totally fine. I think it's a good idea. But you're kind of doing that in once. You're basically doing two steps in one. Which one do I like more? I would say probably the perfectly safe brush is great for these like lower panels when you're like old like me and you don't really want to get too low. This is, I can feel it. I can feel it going between the lines of my door. Okay, the sponge is not going to do that. So we got some dirt here, right? Got that dirt there in the corner. Little light dunk. Little hit the grit guard. Look at that. The dirt's all gone. Okay. Dirt's all gone. Come back with the lower panels. Super. It just feels very pillowy, like a pillow. I'm not going to touch the wheels. Very mild dirt, not too much dirt. Excellent. If you're trying to reach the roof or you're trying to get really low, that's just excellent. And then let's just finish it off with the tri-fiber because this thing is such a breeze. The size, it doesn't get too heavy. Look how easy that is. It just feels super slick. I'm gonna have to remember this, compare this to gentle snow foam because I honestly feel like this is slicker than gentle snow foam. But I haven't used gentle snow foam in like 3 months. Wow, this is really slick. This is just a breeze. Got some slight dirt there still. Even after the perfectly safe brush, still got some dirt there. A light brush. I'm not even gonna flip the other side. Squeeze it. Dirt is gone. Completely gone. Okay. And I'm just kind of just doing this for fun. I'm just kind of also preventing the panels from drying out. You don't want the stuff to dry. Those who are tuning in, we are using Coach Chemi Superfoam Contact. We're using Yum's Tri-Fiber Mitt. We are doing this not in direct sunlight. We're not doing this on hot panels. Okay, a little bit more dirt there. And I'm just going over the panels again because I'm talking and I'm chatting and I don't want the chemicals or product to dry on the panel. And Yum's Tri-Fiber Mitt is such a breeze to use that I'm just having fun with this at this point. It smells so good, very floral. As you see, I'm kind of coming over the second time with the Tri-Fiber Mitt. It's giving me a lot tighter bubbles. And I think to me, that kind of helps extend the dwell time a little bit. Yeah, so I think that looks great. Let's come in and wash it off. Use my just wash my hands off and turn this bad boy back on. Right, I'm gonna read the comments shortly. So let me know what you guys think so far. Right now I'm pretty impressed with Superfoam. I think if Ryan from Fine Detailing didn't sell this in the 1 liter, I would probably be I would consider again if I also had cars coming in, which I don't. If you're a commercial car detailer, I would recommend trying this out yourself. Definitely moved up the line for one of my favorite pre-washes so far. If I had to choose this between Bill Camber Touchless or Superfoam, I still, to be full honest, I haven't used Bill Hammer in a foam cannon because I'm usually so cheap with my chemicals. I feel like Bill Hammer does a pretty good job in the Marilax sprayer, but I haven't tried it. We should try it in the foam cannon. This looks like it's starting to take a hit. This also is starting to take a hit. This is very, very dead now. Now this is dead. Before it was kind of like dead around here. Now this isn't. Now this is fully dead. Shout out to whoever suggested the contact. I think, I think if you have all the products and you're a pro, I would come in with Multistar as your dedicated pre-wash, either in a foam cannon, like exquisitely said, 5-to-1. Again, 5-to-1, you're going to have it's twice as strong. Be careful. I would recommend going gentler first and then kind of, again, get familiar with the products. Once you're familiar with how they dwell and how they break down, because you really don't want to stain your car, okay? It's better to just have a car that it might take a couple more minutes of dwell time, or it might take you a little bit more times of passing over, as opposed to making a product that's too strong. And maybe you live in Vegas and it's 95 degrees out. You might not have the ability to do multi-star at a 5-to-1 because it's 95 degrees out and you have no shade. So again, depending on your situation, this is pretty much the perfect situation, right? It's like 50, 60 degrees. There's no sunlight, there's no wind, other than having, 100, you know, 200-foot trees here with, pollen everywhere. This is pretty much the perfect scenario. So yeah, fully dead, fully dead. The top pillar has it looks like it's been hit. The roof is still excellent. Definitely took a hit. Definitely took a hit. Super dead here. Definitely took a hit. Definitely took a hit, but it about around here, still nice and strong. Fully dead. Fully dead. So, what do you guys think we should do? Should we come in with a drying aid and dry something off? Maybe a little. What do you guys think? Let me read the comments really quick and turn off my pressure washer because she always cries at me. She's always crying. Let's see what you guys think here. This is a nice layout. I can see myself walking in the garage. You lost me with that perfectly unsafe brush. David, exactly. Hey man, you gotta try it, right? I can't bring to put that brush in my car either. Yeah, man, it's hard. That's why I'm here. I'm here to try it out. Again, I think we all come in from the generations that like brushes are just crazy bad. But the thing is, has anyone tried Ivan's wheel facing brush, the green bristles? It's literally like the same thing. It's the only difference between to me, the only difference between Ivan's wheel facing brush, which I've showed you, compared to Adam's brush, which I think Adam's brush wasn't as nice. It's the bristles aren't nearly as bushy. I feel like the perfectly safe brush is like 3 of his wheel facing. They're just bigger. He's got like a lot more brushes. So if you're okay with using a brush on your wheels, if you do a safe pre-wash, if your pre-wash is actually safe, you can come in with a perfectly safe brush. I think it's totally fine. And also, I wouldn't be coming scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing. I would say very high with soap, no pressure. Just as you see, I did it right with the sponge. I kind of go down and down and down and down, rinse, kind of do it again. You don't want to be like back and forth on the same area. Okay, it's you might be marring the paint that way. I would say just kind of go methodically and without pressure. And not everything is perfect. Okay, like we're trying stuff out, guys. What's up, Chelsea? How you doing? Yeah, I'll pass on the brush. Hey, I mean, again, I'm not here to sell it. I'm just here to try it. Personally, I would reach for a mitt like 9 out of 10 times. But if I have a car where I don't want to have to take out the ladder, or there's like a lot of stuff that's very like intricate, like some grills, and it's a car that's not brand new, or someone who doesn't care, maybe it's just some minivan, she just wants the car clean. Perfectly safe brush on a car with a bunch of grills or lower panels or the roof. Again, I would just try it. If you've tried the mitt on the stick, I feel like it's the same, but the mitt on the stick can feel very heavy. And I think the weight is going to be the biggest factor when you come to scratching. Again, I haven't tested any of this stuff. This is more of a theory, but I feel like the mitt is heavy and this perfectly safe brush is very light, and I can control how heavy I'm putting pressure on it. So that's just again, I don't sell this stuff. I'm just trying it. Mondo, top it off with Kataba. Mondo, which Kataba you want? What drying aids do you have? AK, what drying aids do I not have? That's the question. Yes, I think my favorite is Yum Detailer as well. Go into that later. I was thinking, guys, since we're doing Coach Chemi, maybe we do a Coach Chemi detailer. So either FSE or the new one that I just got, Quick and Finish, or maybe the blue line, the all around quick detailer. What do you guys thoughts? I will deep dive the blue line later. Like I'll break down the blue line, but again, what do you guys think for a drying aid, real quick? That was just pure Katava signature wax, nothing else on the car, correct? Three Rivers, no. Most likely it's been topped and topped and topped and never polished. And the only time it gets killed is when I do pre-washes. Usually is an active foam. Very rarely I'm using Bill Tamber or Multistar. Most of the time I'm washing this car usually. So when before I was doing this testing, normally I'd wash this car about twice a week, like on the Fridays and maybe like on Wednesday. And because the car doesn't get very dirty, a rinseless wash is very easy. I usually just do rapid rinseless wash or Nemesis or Yum. There's so many choices. But if you don't wash your car, within a month or 3 weeks. And, if this last month it rained like 9 days in a row. So this car got pretty dirty. And for the sake of trying stuff, I'm not washing. Like even right now, I just washed half the car. The other side, I'm going to purposely keep dirty. So then on Sunday, guys, keep in mind, Sunday will be April Fools. I'm going to do a Sunday. So today's Friday. In 2 days, I'm going to do another live with weather permitting or whatever. And we'll try some other stuff on April Fools. Maybe we'll have some fun with that. But my point is, normally my car is not super dirty that I don't really need a pre-wash. It's usually just rinseless. But now, for the sake of testing, I get it dirty enough that pre-wash becomes um, needed and pretty much imperative. But now that we clean the car, we can do rinseless wash on Sunday. All right, Bado says the blue. Anyone else? Blue line. Vice says blue line. All right, all around quick detail. Let's do a read. Okay, in English, detailing spray for cleaning, maintaining, conserving exterior paintwork, gloss, and plastics creates a clean and glossy surface in just one step. Directions of use: spray evenly on the surface to be treated and buff with a clean cloth. Do not use on hot surfaces. Do not ingest. Oh gosh, I can't eat it. Not intended for use by anyone under 18. So, anyone in the chat, if you're under 18, do not try this. You're too young. Do not do it. Keep out of reach of children. That's you under 18. Your children. Apparently, to Coach Kemi, you're not allowed to try their quick detailer. Okay, you got to be over 18. And that's it. They don't say to use it as a drying aid. They don't say to use it as a sealant. That's just all they say. It says it doesn't say to mix, so let's assume it's RTU. That's it. Avoid contact with skin and eyes. So let's just put a sprayer head on this bad boy and let's go to town. Any choice of towels you guys want? I'm thinking either the rinseless diva, which we used a lot, or we can try. What do we got? I got a bunch here. We got liquidator. We got gauntlet. We got the goat. We got the V1 rinseless divas. I got two mini liquidators. What do you guys choose? I'm gonna get a sprayer head and see what you guys do. I'm a rinseless diva guy. I love the divas or I like a liquidator or the gauntlet. They're all good. Or the weapon to mass drawing. I got weapon to mass drawing here too. So while you guys get that, I'm gonna get the bottle ready here. Yum or garage therapy. David, I think I'm going to use Yum or garage therapy on Sunday because those are my two favorite drying aids. I think for April 1st, right? That's this Sunday, April 1st. Let's just do a fun wash. Let's just have fun with it. Let whoever you guys will just whoever's here for April 1st, we're gonna choose everything. You guys will just choose, and we're just gonna do a Frankenstein wash. I have a lot of stuff, and I actually organized my closet. So, what's up, Jason? It's good to see you, my friend. We're gonna dry with the all-around quick detailer. We're gonna use Chelsea. Chelsea, you're quick. You said the baby goats. So, oh, baby goats. I don't have baby goats. I got baby liquidators. Do you want me to just use the goat? I'll just use the goat if you want, Chelsea. I don't have baby goats, unfortunately. I have baby liquidators. I'll give you a second to respond here. Ooh, Chelsea. Okay, weapon. All right, weapon of mass drying. That's it. We'll do the weapon of mass drying. Organize this stuff later. We'll use two smalls. And we're going to use Coach Kemi's. Wow, we still have light. I probably have like 20 more minutes of light here. All right, so this evening we will be drawing. Is it following me still? There we go. All right, Coach Kemi's all around quick detail. If you see on the blue is actually highlighted, kind of keeps it easy. On the blue lines, it shows you different parts of the car. So this means paint, okay? And we'll be coming in with the weapon of mass drawing. I got two of them. The directions just say spray evenly on the surface to be treated and buff with a clean cloth. They don't say to use this as a drying aid. They don't say as a waterless wash. They don't say to use it dry. Just non-Naltrexone and don't eat it. And you can't be under 18, which to me makes no sense. Anyways, let's come in. We'll get a couple saturated. You hear the crows. So every night we'll have like hundreds of crows, maybe thousands sometimes. Basically, if you know anything about crows in the Pacific Northwest, we have like millions of crows. They pretty much run it here. We got the crow mafia. Oh, this smells really good. This kind of smells like rapid rinseless wash. Has that like tea smell. To me, it doesn't smell like tea. To me, it smells like cologne. But back to the crows. So basically, if you're like right now, sometimes if you look up, you'll see like thousands of crows all flying in one direction, and they're basically flying back to their nests. They all live like in one area, and during the day they like fly to their favorite trees, and then in the evening they come back, and it's like thousands of crows. So right now the weapon of mass drying is really good on the paint, but there's a lot of water here, so it's kind of getting absorbed pretty quickly. It's actually doing a pretty good job on the glass, which is surprising because a lot of the time the weapon of mass drying has a hard time on glass. But with this drying aid, it's actually doing a really good job. This is actually very saturated already. I wonder if there's just too much water on the roof. But this, yeah, this is already kind of, this weapon of mass, one towel is already kind of too wet. I might have to come in with the Diva here. This one's still relatively dry. The drying is very smooth. It's not like FSE, which is their finish spray exterior. That's their acidic quick detailer with a lime. They call it a lime scale remover. This is very smooth. The panels still, there's still some sort of wetting here, probably from the super foam when we did that test on the panels. Yeah, it's kind of like smearing. It's kind of hard to see because it's a little bit dark out here. Probably shouldn't have wasted so much time talking. In the next month or two, we're gonna get those summer hours. It's gonna be like light out here until like 9 o'clock. It's not even, was it 7:30? That was pretty easy. Let's see if I can come in with a light. Let's just do this quickly. Let's just take your brain out. Double click. No, double click the other way. 3 clicks. There we go. All right, so this was the Blue Label finish spray exterior. It looks pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I felt, AK. I basically started getting this area right here, which is pretty high water. You can see the bubbles are pretty big there. And as soon as I got to around here, the towel was like, nope, not gonna do it, soldier. But honestly, this part, these pillars, it dries so well on the pillars, and it actually did very good on the glass. I'd say this is pretty nice. So we came in with super foam, came in on the contact with super foam. Then we dried it. We dried with Coach Kemi's Blue Label. I think it's pretty decent. Which rinseless should I try next? Hero is my current one. Well, Mondo, um, I'm sure there's a bunch of that you are interested in. Which ones have sparked your interest? And I can give you my opinion if I've tried it or not. That's the best I can do. And then I'm gonna start putting stuff away here. Ba, 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 ba. All right, so this, I think we can do this here. I think it's gonna follow me. All right, so what I'm gonna do is we get our buckets and we soak our towels to make sure. Uh, Also, if you notice the quick detailer, they didn't say if there's any protection in it. They didn't say if there's, if there's any silicone or any sort of like, because I think a lot of people's their first question is durability. How long is this going to last? I didn't see any durability. So I'm just kind of feeling. This was the bucket of super foam. We're going to use it to saturate. I'm also just going to, this is just random, but I'm basically just going to get some Nemesis, an ounce of Nemesis. And then I'm just going to let my towels soak for a little bit. I had a little eaglet here sitting in Nemesis, so I'm just going to have my eaglet join the party. Will the Nemesis neutralize the super foam? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it will. It's basically an ounce. It smells like Nemesis now. The Nemesis is fighting the super foam and it's making a smell that's super pretty. I don't know which one's better, Nemesis or super foam. They're both very floral. They're both very floral. Um, Perfectly safe brush, guys. So it seems like most people's opinion on the perfectly safe brush is nah. No, I would love for you guys to try this. Again, I don't sell it, just trying it. And my experience is it's not bad. I mean, it's a brush, guys. It's a brush. Like if you have 100,000, 200, $500,000 car, okay, maybe don't use a brush. If you're like me, an average person, you have like a $10,000 car, okay, 10 years old, and you just want your car clean, or you got like, a pickup truck and you just want the car clean, okay? You don't care, you don't have gloss black paint. I think the brush is excellent. I think the brush is very good. All right. Sorry, I'm just having fun putting stuff away here. It's just kind of my habit. I just get things situated. Actually, while I'm here, let me flush out the foam cannon. Just you guys can kind of see me move around. So to what I'm gonna do, since super foam is fairly alkaline, I'm going to rinse this out. So what I'll do is pour out the super foam down the drain. I'm not gonna pour it in the bucket because I don't need more. I don't need more soapy soap when I'm doing laundry. Also, while I'm doing this stuff, if you guys have any questions or if you have any ideas of what you guys want to see me do on Sunday, which is in 2 days from now for April 1st, let me know because I'm going to make the thumbnail tonight or tomorrow. And the thumbnail will probably hint at what I'm doing. I don't really have any suggestions. I like it all. If you want to do more Coach Kemi, let me know. If you want to try some of the detailed popo and some other stuff. So get some fresh water here. Get some fresh water. Let's flush this out. There we go. About 5 to 10 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds to be good. You just want it flushed out. It's just good habit to get your keep your keep your tools happy. I mean, if you're washing 5 cars a day, you're probably not going to do this all the time, but I recommend getting the habit of keeping your stuff clean. Okay, okay, pressure washer, I hear you. We'll let the bucket just sit. I'm going to put the pressure washer away here. Read the comments in a second. Let me turn it off. Purge the line. Close the hose. There we go. Purge the gun, and then put your hose away. This is what you guys should do all the time to keep your stuff nice from falling apart. Take care of your tools. Your tools will take care of you. I will organize this later, make it nice and pretty later. But for the gist of it, and my battery, there's what, one, two, three, four, five. Only one of the 5 bars is done. So it's basically the battery's at like 75%. So I would say for the Ego pressure washer, you could probably get one solid car wash in. Basically pre-wash, rinse, contact, rinse, and then maybe a wet coat rinse, right? So like 4 or 5 rinses, I would say, on one battery. Let me put my table in, my blower, and let's bring the car in too, right? Let's do all this fun stuff. Oh, hey guys, I didn't see you there. Ah, this is one of these foldable tables. They're very handy with these horrors. Throw those away. Sorry, I'm kind of getting stuff done. It's just because it's my first time washing outside. Let me put that here. Welcome back. Move this to the side. Get the car. And then for Sunday, we can wash this side. I will probably come in and dry this car after the show, just so I don't get water spots. It's pretty cool if you guys can still hear me. Oh, all right. I'm back. All right, let's read the chat here. Detail Co would be great. Oh, I love Detail Co. I have pretty much the whole line, Chelsea. We could do Detail Co. We could do like hard wash, soft wash, Nemesis, Lightning. We got Lightning. We got Infinity. We got the Perfect Storm. B. Riley loves the Perfect Storm. I know that, right? B. Riley, did you invent the Perfect Storm? I don't know who did. And Jason, you have like what, the Bronco? You have a brand new Bronco. Maybe the roof, right? Like maybe the roof, maybe your plastic grills. Again, you have like a brand new car. I probably wouldn't test it, but who knows? I mean, if you trust Ivan, you trust his method, give it a shot. I haven't found a video that shows that Mars and Sheepstar. I'm sure Sheepstar was unbiased as possible, and he didn't really find any issues. Mondo, Dan hasn't used his new pink brushes yet. I haven't. I haven't yet. I need to start using my pink brushes. I have all these cute ones here. Oh, and also, I forgot about this. So Sunday we're gonna do a rinseless wash. Maybe I bought a three pack. So there's 2 in here. There's 2 of these bad boys. They're squeezed, and I've let this breathe for like 2 days. It's still not even like fully open, and the cut lines are just horrible. Look. There's like no cut line. This was $9 for 3. This is a $3 wash sponge. It's very hard to squeeze, no cut lines, and it took 2 days to get this. Let's try it out on Sunday because I feel like this is it worth $3? Should we get a better one? I think it's crap just from the way I feel. Then also, we didn't go over this yet, but I don't know if you guys know this, but you're not following me. Sir, you're supposed to follow me. I don't know if you know this, but this is the USS, the Ultra Safe Sponge by the Rag Company. I have a couple as you see up there. See those nice grooves, deep lines, nice deep lines. Let's compare. This was $20, but guess what? I found a 2-pack for $20. Are they going to be the same? This is half the price. Is it going to be? It looks very similar. Very similar. If you want to go on Amazon, 2-pack for $20. So I'm thinking now that I'm testing rinseless washes, we can get like, pretty much half the price for the exact same sponge. I don't know about this one. This one we'll just try. I think this is gonna be garbaggio, like hot garbaggio. Okay. It's massive. It doesn't squeeze well. The ridges. I even tried to make my own custom ridges. I even tried to cut. I saw Franco said he cut his own lines, and I was like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll try to cut my own. Nope. I did a horrible job at it. But anyways, I think these might be a play, right? We went over Nano Magic. I think Nano Magic was a play. I think these might be a play. So we'll try those out on Sunday, guys. So maybe a rinseless wash and maybe some other soap. Maybe Detail Co. What are you thinking, Chelsea? Are you going to be here for April Fools? See what you guys say. Jason says Yum Rinseless is a cleaning monster. I agree. I have it in my main rinseless press all bottle. Yum. Just gonna say that. Yum Tri-Fiber Wash Pad. I know it sounds like a sales gimmick, but is nothing like anything else there. Jason, I don't know if you were watching earlier. Go watch this later. We're at like probably 2 hours right now, but we came into contact on Superfoam. Like 1.5 for 8 liters, 8 quarts. And we used Yum's Tri-Fiber mitt, and I think you may have saw it because you said you don't like the Perfect Safe brush. So now I'm thinking you probably seen it. But yes, that Yum Tri-Fiber mitt. If I didn't have like 60 other mitts, I would probably buy nothing but the Yum Tri-Fiber mitt. It's just the size. It's light. It's like a sponge with a hollowness in the middle. It's not like a solid sponge. It's like does anyone know chicken Kievs? Do you know what a chicken Kiev is? It's basically like a breaded meat with like butter and oils and juicy like onion garlic inside, and when you like open it up it like just bleeds butter, but it's like hollow. That's like the Yum Tri-Fiber mitt. It's like a hollow sponge. So both sides have the sponge and then both sides have the fibers, but inside there's nothing there. So I think that is one of the crucial reasons why it's so good. It kind of like it dries really well. It doesn't feel very heavy when you're using it. Yeah, Tri-Fiber is where it's at. Blah blah blah. AK says if I'm doing a quick rinseless wash, then I use my perfectly safe brush. Majority of the time, I use my Legacy sponge or Yum Tri-Fiber for. Yeah, AK. I think that's pretty much it. I think if this car was any taller, I'd be using the PSB all the time on the roof. Like no one's looking at the roof but me, guys. Like nobody cares. Okay. I know I have scratches up there. I've put stuff on the roof before. There's some scratches up there. There's some failing paint. I don't want to have to get the ladder if I have to and potentially slip. If you're using a ladder every day, I would recommend looking at the PSB. How many of your clients are looking at the roof? Just let me know in the comments. Just curious. Flint says, B. Riley, where did you get the locking casters at for the dolly? Oh, okay. What's up, Christy? How are you doing? We're kind of just on the end of things. We're kind of discussing what we want to do for this Sunday's April Fools. Also, what time of the day do you guys want to do it? I'm thinking like earlier in the day, like so I'm in West Coast time. So right now it's 7:43. I'm thinking at like 2 o'clock, maybe 3 o'clock or something like that. And then maybe like Chelsea recommended, maybe we'll do a detail code line again, I think if you're here for Sunday, you will get to choose what we do. And I think maybe we'll try some wheels. I got Luminous Blaze. I got Luminous Blanc. I tried Blanc the other day. That was pretty cool. We could try that out. There's a lot of cool things we could try. You saw all the stuff that I just got today. How many dollies do you have? Are you asking me, B. Riley? Oh, I got messages here. Where they go? I'm catching up here. Yeah, don't forget to hit that like, hit that follow. I'm giving a full liter away of rapid rinseless wash when I get to 200. I don't know where I'm at, like 170 something. I'm not sure. What's up, Franco? I'm starting to see the messages here. What B Riley says? Yeah, I love the ultra safe sponge. I think as you see, I have like 10 different sponges. Is I haven't tried McKee's. I haven't tried Nemesis V1. I haven't tried Nemesis V2. I haven't tried Detail the Legacy sponge because the USS is so good. I'm just like, honestly, I'm in love with it. Those red rinses sponges are freaking huge. Yeah, they're huge and they're stiff and they have like the worst cutting lines. Like this will be pretty interesting to try out on Sunday, guys. Look up, that's a joke. Okay. Now keep in mind it's $3. Okay. It came in a 3 pack of $9. So what am I expecting? Am I expecting a $20 sponge? Keep in mind this was $10. I feel like the $10 sponge is going to be very comparable to the $20 sponge, and I think this $3 sponge is going to be like, let's throw this thing somewhere. Use it for my dog or something. Yes, it was a little tight, but yes. Hey, Franco, what's going on, my friend? I loved your live yesterday. I hope you get one of these tracking things. They're clutch. Also, if anyone's been watching Top Star Detailing in Vegas, he's been doing lives. He's been doing really good. He's been getting better and better. Chelsea says Ethos had a deal for their hybrid wash sponge, two for $15 each. Not bad, not bad. Still not as good as two for 20. Oh, two for 20. Oh, two for 20 each. So is that $30 for two? I'm confused there. Don't forget to hit that like. Thank you, AK. Appreciate it. Yes, I plan to be in attendance. Awesome, Chelsea. What are you guys thinking? Like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock Pacific time? That could be like 5 p.m. Eastern time. I think that sounds good, right? Flynn says I still attach the L bracket to the bottom too. I don't think just the 1 inch hole will do it. Greg says LOL, yeah. I don't know what you're saying. LOL, yeah, too. Jason, I used to get them from Schwinn's. When are the tri-fibers landing? B Riley, beats me, man. I'm waiting every day. I'm waiting every day. And I don't think they want to tease us to think I think they're taking it seriously this time. I can't believe it sold out so fast like 2 weeks ago. Whatever. I have one. It's not like I don't have one. I want more. What other try out? Franco says, I know Kiev, but I don't think he he tastes like chicken. I'm talking about chicken Kievs or something. They're called chicken. Look it up. It's like Kiev. Look it up. Chicken Kievs. If you've never had a chicken Kiev, these things are explosion bombs. It's basically a bunch of butter in a breaded chicken ball, and then you cut it open, and the butter just oozes out, and you use the butter to. Oh, it's fire! It's fire, dude! It's fire. I haven't had one in years. Now I'm probably gonna low key gonna go get one. Um, what is he saying? iPhone user here, Franco. I have an iPhone too. What are you talking about? Basically, go get this thing, this DJI Osmo Mobile 8. It was like 150 $200. I was about to return it because I got the Osmo Pocket 3, but now that I'm streaming, I use this phone. I use the phone. It was two sponges for a total of 59. Oh, that's nice. That's very good. Very good. B Riley, I have questions for you later. Hey, ask them away, man. All right. So basically to wrap this up, let's wrap this up, guys, because we're pretty much done for tonight. And we'll I want you in the comments. I want you guys in the comments, whoever's watching. We got like 20 people watching. In the comments, suggest me what you want to do for Sunday. And I think next Wednesday, I'm going to be getting a whole bunch from US Plastics. I got like 20 4-liter bottles. I want to start giving things away. Okay. I want to give away 100 milliliters of Touchless. I want to give away some multi-star. I want to give away a bunch of stuff. So my theory is let me know what you guys want to do for Wednesday. Let me know what time you guys want to do for Wednesday. I'm thinking 2 o'clock, 2 or 3 o'clock, Cali time. And also, give me ideas of things you might want to try for Sunday, April Fools. And then I'm going to finalize this here. Okay. So those who are just tuning in or those who are watching later, let's go over my final thoughts. So we went over pre-washes, specifically Posh Chemi's line, and we tried it against Built Hamber Touchless, which is a very well-known pre-wash in the industry. We Multistar has a pH of 13.1. We me and also exquisitely clean. He recommends 5-1, but I recommend 10-1 in a foam cannon. Always do the least aggressive method first until you're familiar with the products. Then take it from there. Use discretion. They recommend for 1 to 300 a max dwell time of 5 minutes. So 1 to 300 in a foam cannon, that's like 1 to 30. Okay, 1 to 30 times 10, 1 to 300. If you're doing 1 to 10, it's even stronger. That's 1 to 100. Keep an eye on your. Don't do this in the sun. Don't do any of these in the sun. Don't do any of these on a hot panel. And yeah, your dwell time on multi-star is not going to be as good as the dwell time on superfoam. Superfoam pH of I believe 12. Yep, 12 there. The cool thing about superfoam is that you can use this as a pre-wash, but you can also use this as a contact. The other two are basically dedicated pre-washes. We did 1 to 50 as well. So we did multi-star, we did superfoam. Or no, I'm sorry. We did multi-star and we did Bill Tamber touchless 1 to 50 in Coach Chemi sprayer bottles, which is our right here. Okay, multi-star, Bill Tamber. And then we came in the foam cannon 1 to 10 on this. We compared in the weight off test. Personally, I think if I recall, I think I think so we wiped off multi-star first, wiped off Bill Tamber. I think multi-star looked a little cleaner, felt a little cleaner than Bill Tamber touchless. Again, keep in mind I did a 2% PIR, which was the strongest recommended PIR for this newest version. I believe the older version of Bill Tamber, which also had a darker color in the bottle, their PIR was up to 5%. If you don't know what a PIR is, it's panel impact ratio. Go back to the beginning. We kind of briefly went over PIR. If you want to know how to find your PIR with a foam cannon, also I can explain it to you later. I'm just doing a final rundown here. So we did 1 to 10 in a foam cannon. We also put 45 mils into 8 liters into the bucket, and we came in with a contact. We used Yum's tri-fiber mitt, and we also used Ivan LaCroix's perfectly safe brush for the contact. We both rinsed off. I think it was relatively smooth. I think the tri-fiber mitt is obviously my go-to right now. It's super light. It's super fast. I really don't know anything wrong with that tri-fiber mitt. It's white. It releases dirt magnificently well. It might not be the cheapest. Okay, I think it's like $18 for one mitt. It's not cheap. Okay, it's well worth it though. I've been using it for multiple tests, and it just gets so clean every time. I even soaked it in I think ADS decon, and I don't know where I'm going at, but I think the ADS decon stained the orange sponge, but it did not stain the white tri-fiber mitt. So that's saying something right there. They were both sitting in the same solution. The green sponge got stained. Tri-fiber, you saw it, still nice and white. Then we came in, we dried off with Coach Chemi's Blue Line, and we used specifically their all-around quick detailer. Now, it didn't say to use this as a drying aid. It doesn't say to use as a waterless. It basically just says to spray on and buff with a clean cloth. Okay, it doesn't say to use it while it's wet. And it says don't use on hot surfaces. Don't eat it. Okay, and if you're under 18, don't even look at this. All right, if you're under 18, this is NSFW. This is not for you. Don't even look at it. Okay, you're under 18. Wait, it's wrong. Okay. But yeah, so we came in with this, and that is all she wrote, boys and girls. And we kind of opened up a couple cool things. We got some American. We got American Ninja Guards. Maybe we'll try this on Monday. Maybe we should say this for July 4th. I don't know. We got tire applicators. Maybe I'll give one away. This is cool. Do you think this is gonna cost me like $10 to ship this to you? I'm scared for shipping, guys. What do you think? I would love to send stuff out to people. I'm just kind of nervous about shipping. Is it crazy for me to like? I don't think I should ask for shipping for giveaway winners, right? I think I've decided. Oh, also, let's do this. I totally forgot about that. Let's try this real quick. Should we try this now, or should we save this for Monday or Sunday? I mean, what do you guys suggest? What do you think? What do you think? Yes. Okay. Yes to what? This came from Eddie Cologne over at the House of Rags. Okay. This is not acrylic. It's like a plastic. Now this has obviously been used. Eddie used this before, so it's not brand new. Okay, Eddie has used this. Comes with a black applicator and some sort of plastic covering. Okay, so I'm assuming this was Eddie's. Eddie has used this already. That's probably his fingerprints or whatnot. Ooh, have you told the? Let's check out the wax. You guys, who wants? Let me know who wants to do this wax Sunday, or do you want me to just put it on the clean side real quick and move the lights over? And it has like a nice like wax film here. Oh, I do this without hurting it. Ooh, purpley, nice and purpley. What if that wax like fell out of the cup? Flint, do you want wax tonight, or should we save this for Sunday? I'm gonna give you guys like 20 seconds to decide, and then if so, I'm just gonna move the camera because we cleaned the other side, so I just need to move some lights over there. Try it now, Chelsea says. Is the audio out of sync? I don't know. Is it? Now, now, now. Okay, let's do it. Okay, let's do it now. We got some enthusiasm. Let's do it then. I'm gonna move my little light cart. You can kind of see we got a whole bunch of lights on it. Carts, guys. If you don't have a cart, they're very helpful. So what I'm gonna do is gently get the cart over here. This was the clean side. Oh, it smells good. I still smell the super foam over here. Mm. And I also smell the quick detailer. The quick detailer smells very much like rapid rinseless wash. And choose, guys. If we're doing wax, what applicator do you guys want? Do you want to try something like this? Something like this? Do we the Ivan LaCroix method? What applicator do we want? Left, middle, or right? Which one do you guys want? I'm an old man, so I like these. If you're doing like a car all day. Oh, I could also do no, I'm not gonna do a power. I'm not gonna do the power. Just hand polish. Yeah, the red one. Let's do the red one. Red, slightly red, or red. Oh, I'm mixing it up. I think this was left, middle, and right. Left, middle, or right. Which one, guys? Oh, shoots. What am I saying? It's got a black one already. It comes with the black one. I'm just teasing you now at this point. Slightly red. Hey Don, it's good to see you, my friend. Let's just do the one that it comes with. The black one. All right. Yada yada. All right, guys. Yeah, it definitely smells like the quick detail over here. It smells really good. Can't even see too much lights. Bright, bright, bright. Nice and bright. Okay, so we'll go like this. Oh, this is nice. Flip the camera. There we go. All right. Oh, maybe I'll do it a side angle. I bet the lighting would be better that way. Yeah. Side angles for the win. Okay. Let's get the. So the wax that we are trying today is a collaboration of Kataba and Vanguard. Okay, Kataba and Vanguard wax. This is called Forever Brilliant. I took a photo on Facebook and Google translated. This is basically the instructions. The instructions just say like wipe with a clean cloth and buff to remove. Don't eat it. It doesn't say how long to use it for. It doesn't say really anything. Very bad instructions. I'd say it's like the most minimal instructions out there. So comes with a cover, a little plastic cover to keep your stuff clean. And this is like a little wax paper. We'll remove the wax paper. Put that there. Put the cover right there. Come on. Okay, we're going to grab some wax. This is the dirty side or the used side that Eddie's used. Kind of. Also, it feels very smooth. It smells like grape, cotton candy. Very sweet. It doesn't have like a fireball smell. This is very sweet. Already got a decent amount on there. All right. Let's see if you can see this. I want to let you guys see this a little bit more without dropping the sponge. There we go. Okay. Very, very slick. Very smooth. Don't have to put any effort on. I'm not going to do the roof. I haven't put very much on, and I'm already. This is an excellent wax so far. So far, to just keep it simple, it's excellent. I've used very little so far. I think Eddie kind of goes a lot harder than I do. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, this is very nice. It does have like a very similar to Fireball, where you can. It's very buttery. Very buttery. Hopefully you can see that. Very buttery. Not very strong smell. If this was Fireball, it would be very pungent. I could smell the sweet grape. I'm not gonna go too low. What do you guys see there? Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that pretty well. What if I add the light to a little bit better angle? Oh, there we go. Can you see that a little bit better? Yeah, there we go. That's a little bit better, right? Does that look good? Lighting, guys. Lighting, lighting, lighting. Lighting, lighting, and more lighting. Yeah, there we go. Now we can see it. Yeah, Mondo, grape, dude. You and grape. This is like it's more sweet. It's like more sweet than in grape. Like Incredible Suds, that's definitely grape, right? Um Yums wax has like a I'm not if it's sure. Oh, this is too heavy. This one's too heavy. This will be a good test. This is definitely too heavy right there. Can you tell the difference between here and here? Like that's too heavy. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rest of this and just kind of finish this area and that area with just that. So I'll put the wax down. And since I'm a lefty, I'm going to try to come in from this side. Also, with the lights, I can see a lot better. Yeah. Way too much stuff. If you're not familiar with wax, it's very, very therapeutic. It's enjoyable. Yeah, way too much. Way too much good stuff. AM, PM, too much good stuff. Yeah, look at all that. Not bad. The hazing is very obvious here. I think I will definitely enjoy this wax. I like waxes that I can see pretty well. The smell, I'd give it like a C plus. I'm not a fan of like super sweet smells. The Fireball, if I would compare to Fireball, because this has it feels very similar to Fireball, but I think Fireball has much better smells. And that's all she wrote, boys. Let's let that sit for like 5, 10 minutes. I'm gonna let it haze. You see down there, way too much. I'm gonna go fix that in a second. Way too much. And yeah, I barely used any. Okay, so if you like wax or you're just getting into wax, barely used any right there. Let's go take that and kind of finish it out. No pressure. Just use the weight of the sponge. Maybe a little up and down. I like circles. I like the way that circles look. But you can do whatever you want. If you want to add a little happy tree, add a little happy tree. This should be fun to you, okay? Should be having fun with this. And I'm gonna make a decision here. I'm going to add the detail popo as a drying aid. Let me put that little wax paper back and the little cover. I do like that. I do like it has like a little cover here. I just put the paper back on it and this little cover to kind of keep everything together. That's nice. Okay. Um, I'm one of those rare people that basically will grab an applicator and just use it once and throw it away. But the fact that I have one applicator for just this wax. I like that a lot, a lot. All right, so putting the wax away, I'm gonna go grab a detail popo. I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is a 350 GSM. It looks like a pluffle. Let me know in the comments what you think this is. To me, it kind of looks like a pluffle. If anyone knows what a pluffle is from the rag company, they don't make them anymore. They don't make them anymore. That's why I had to buy like 20 of them. Okay, it's coming with a. And also, let's take a little peek. Let's take a little peek of the wax. So you can obviously see I have not did it here. Very obvious, right? Looks like it's hazing pretty well. You can see where it's wet. I mean, the beading is still excellent here, guys. Okay. Where the hell are you dancing tonight, sir? 1, 2, 3. Double. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, and then double click. Yes. Okay. I don't know what the hell that was going on. So look at the beads here. Okay, that's untouched. This is dried, and here's the wax. This was the first part. Nice. This is how it should be. Okay. This is obviously too strong, but I do love the visuals. I'm a big fan of visuals. Frankie and Don, my wax boys. What do you guys think of this wax, guys? Look at that. Look at this angle. That's a good angle, right? Oh, that's a good angle. Let's wipe off at that angle. Yeah. Let's lower this. Let's lower this thing so I can get. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Stay down. Stay down there, soldier. Stay down, soldier. All right. Double click. There we go. I'm getting better, guys. I'm getting better. Double click so it's straight. Is that's not straight? Is that straight? Anyways, I think that'll be good. So we're gonna come in with this towel. There's nothing on it. Oh my god, this wipe off is crazy. This wipe off is ridiculous. I don't even have to go over it a second time. It just like wiped right off. Let's try this one where it's very heavy. Same side. There's already some wax on it. Look at that, guys. Can you see how easy that was? Can you see that? Can you see how simple that is to wipe off? That's crazy, guys. That was just a dream. Can I go down a little bit? Jesus, that was super easy. No rinseless, no dampened towel. This is too dirty, right? Or too strong. Look at that. Look at that wipe. Just one wipe. Wow. Okay, that's strong, right? You can see that pretty well. Is that good? That should be pretty strong. Okay. Let's see if I can. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, boys. Oh yeah. All right. Let's see here. So that's a good haze. Okay. I don't want to really move it too much, but that's a good haze. If you're looking for haze, you could tell it's a lot stronger now. See, this is where it hasn't. I haven't touched it there. I got to tell this to my neighbors. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm the only guy that washes their car in the whole block. I have a lot of those Tesla people, Teslas and their Porsches, and nobody cares about their cars. It's crazy. Now, one thing, if you notice, if I look at this is one thing I do not like. Okay. And I will show you again. When you wipe, I like that it's super easy, but when you stop, look at all that. Can you see that there? Look at that chalk. I don't like the chalk. But other than that, I mean, that's kind of annoying. So don't go too strong. My opinion is don't go too strong on this wax. But I think the wipe off is just crazy. Other than this like chalk buildup. Well, that didn't show there. But the hazing is just amazing. That haze is just that's just crazy. I'm moving the camera a lot because I just want to show you the best of the best. If I look down, there we go. Yeah, looking down, boys. So just kind of buff it out. I would say the buffing is like an 8.5 to 9. I just don't like this. I just don't like that like caked up right here. It's hard to see. Like it's building up when I don't. Other than that, this is like if that wasn't there, I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. Because it's not, I have to kind of go over it again. I'd give it an 8, solid 8. I do think this was perfect. This was too strong. Okay, definitely too strong. That's about to just scratched paint. But yeah, this buff out is ridiculous. It was super easy to apply. This is just phenomenal. Oh, look, there's some spots there I missed right there. You could see on. It might be hard to see with your light, but on the door, I don't know if you can see that, but I definitely didn't finish wiping here. So we'll come in, buff it out. And right here, there's some dry lines because when I came in, I kind of dried the pillar. So right here. So I recommend coming in with a second towel because even though the removal is very easy, it still has that like dust line, which I don't really see for other waxes very much. Let's see. So now I'm raising that, kind of getting everything squared away. Still have like a solid 20 people in here tonight. I appreciate it. You guys are amaze balls. So that was the pluffle, not pluffle. This is detail popos. I feel like it's similar to the pluffle. This is the pluffle. You see how it has like very similar. It kind of has like those like squares in there. What's up, Dark Dragon? I haven't seen you all night. Hope you're doing well. The difference in the pluffle, they're not nearly as the pluffle is, or the pluffle is bigger than this. I don't know what the detail popo towel is called, so I'm not going to pretend I know. But I think it's very similar to the pluffle, and pluffle is probably one of my favorite like waxing towels. I will fold all this stuff later because everything looks so nice in here. And of course, I think after like 2 hours, my gimbal thing starts getting a little tired. But I wanted to show you my pretty towels, and I got all these lights in there now. So that's pretty much it, guys. Go soak this in the rinseless bucket because we don't want our towels to clog. I mean, it's a wax, so simple microfiber wash or some sort of rinseless wash will do wonders with your towels when you're finished washing it. I'm kind of looking over the car where we waxed and kind of using the light. I missed one little spot in the corner. I'll buff out later. And everything looks really good. This car is hard to kind of like. I don't think this is the best channel for me to show like the difference between will wax fill the scratches? I don't know. It's very hard to show that. My car is already. Oh my god, look how dirty that is. Oh, you can't see, but yeah, this side is filthy. This side, can you see this? If I come down, yeah, very dirty. You can see where my kid touched. So yeah, I think the pre-washes are very effective. I'm excited to come wash with you guys. Let me read the last questions here before we wind it up for the night. Hope everyone's doing okay. I appreciate you guys being here for a Friday. I know you don't have to, so I appreciate that greatly. And I appreciate all the questions and the comments, and you guys are just amazing. Well, how did you guys like that wax? Let me read the comments here, catch up a little bit. What are your thoughts on that wax? I remember Mondo said, Grape, when you come to a fork in the road, take it. Three Rivers, but how does it taste? I'll just pretend it tastes like grape. Mm-hmm. Okay, 60% of the time it works all the time. Yeah, and AK, there's actually real bits of panther in it too. And it does smell like pure gasoline. That's an Anchorman joke. All right. AK, you're lefty, huh? Yeah, we're both. Wow, Franco, you're also a lefty? That's funny. I feel like Ivan did a video. He said basically, if you're a lefty, you should probably do it. Like if you're a lefty and your partner's a righty, and you're like coding and leveling. I forget. I wish Ivan was in here. He would remind me which direction to do it. Try Rupes Uno Advanced, DWAK. That's what's up. Don says, I shoot basketball and bat left handed. Oh, nice. Ambidextrous. Christy said, I miss what wax is he using? And I'm sure you probably know it by now. We did the wax that Eddie sent me this week. As the late comedian Donnie Barker said, I can throw just as good with my left hand and I can with my right hand. Hell, I'm a damn near amphibious. That's funny. Don said, yep, Cats of a Vanguard. Wax on, wax off. Daniel San. Oh, I missed Donnie Barker. Yeah, Donnie Barker was really cool and funny. Mondo's with the popo. I go to with my Tommy John surgery on both knees. Oh man. Mondo, I think it's 70-30. Yes, I believe it's 70-30. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty certain it's 70-30. Um, what I plan to do, again, you saw, I don't know where the towels are. I think, oh yeah, they're all here. We have pretty much like 50 items from Detail Popo, like 30 to 50 items. We will pretty much do an entire few sessions just breaking down Detail Popo, and most of it is they're just like fabrics and stuff. Pluffles have pledges. What is that, Don? Christy, how long can you leave wax on a panel before buffing? Christy, I think you ask that all the time, and it depends. And I think you know that. But wax is, depending on your environment. That one, if you notice, it hazed pretty well. Um, the top pillars is where I did it first. I think that was the perfect amount of wax to be used. But I think the bottom, the panels, I went way too hard, mostly because I just kind of wanted to see it. And it still wiped off crazy. It felt like it was dust. It felt like when I did the show winning wax, when I left it on the next night and I buffed it off like 12 hours later and it just felt like just dust. That's how it felt, even though I only waited like what was that, 5 minutes, 10 minutes max. But I didn't like that when you wiped, when you moved your towel and you went away, there would be like a dust line, like chalk or something. I didn't like that. So you basically had to kind of like buff it out. Other than that, I feel like this wax is a 9 out of 10. If they and the smell is okay. That smell is like a 7 out of 10. It's okay. Very buttery. Um, very nice applying. It looked nice. It buffed off pretty nice. Other than that residual, very good. Solid 9. Unless you're new to the neighborhood, then you have to tell the neighbors, Alvin, we coming up after you get in the club. Franco, come to the dark side. I'm always on the dark side, my friend. Don, looked nice. It's a play on ruffles have ridges. Oh, I get it. Pluffles have plidges. Now I get it. Now I get it. It's funny. Hi, wax 1 to 30 minutes. Yeah, exactly. Depending on your humidity, temperature. I wouldn't recommend using wax on a hot panel or in direct sun. It will literally like melt it off your panel. Christy says, Element, I do ask all the time. Love that you just put me on blast, Dan. Well, honestly, I feel like you're doing this to help me out, and I do appreciate it. You're special to me, so I kind of remember the questions you ask me, and it's like such a basic question, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate your energy, and I appreciate you being here, and I'm looking forward to maybe seeing you on Sunday for April Fools. Franco, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. That's pretty much it. What are we at? We're at about 2.5 hours, I'd say, two and a quarter. Any last questions? Let's plan for Sunday, 2 or 3 o'clock. In the comments when this chat is over, let's again for engagement, just write what you suggest we should do for Sunday. And my theory is I'll listen to that. And but also if you're here and I ask what we're gonna do, that's probably what we're gonna end up doing. I'm thinking a little detail co, I'm thinking a little active foam, I'm thinking of trying this $3 garbage mitt. I'm thinking about trying not mitt, the sponge. I'm thinking about trying those two sponges that were $10 each, stuff like that. So if you have any last questions, I appreciate you guys spending your time on this Friday evening. If I forgot anything else, let me know. We have a bunch of auto fiber. Oh, also I forgot this too. So last week we went over the Coach Kemi line. I forgot. I also have their headlight restore kit. Okay. Basically, their headlight restore kit has it has a hand grip. Okay, hand grip with Velcro and a wool pad for that. And it also comes with a whole bunch of, I think they got four, is that 4,000, 1,000, 2,000? Yeah, so two, 2,000, two, 4,000, and two, 1,000. So you're basically, and then also comes with a heavy cut pad and it doesn't say thermo pad. So a thermo pad and a heavy cut pad, a wool cutting pad, and all of that will fit on this hand polisher for the headlights. Plus, this is a polish that you can only get with their kit. Come on, camera. I'm trying to show something here. HP HP1 and HP2. HP1 is headlight polish 1, and you guessed it, headlight polish 2. Headlight polish 1 has a gloss of 9 with a cut of 6. Headlight polish 2 looks like it's their heavier cut. Okay, it has a less gloss, around a 6 instead of a 9, and their cut is around an 8 instead of a 6. So this is pretty much like almost H9. It's like H8, and then HLP1 has a cut of 6. So let's just say it's like F6, but the gloss isn't as high as F6. And I'm thinking this could be a whole episode right here, because if you want to see this, just not move the camera 10 times, but if you want to see this right here, yes, this one looks really nice, and this one does not look very nice. So I'm thinking, and the cool thing, so I think this retails for like $100 to $110. They say you can do 50 pairs of headlights for this. So if you're in the industry and you're doing people's headlights for like $50, $60, and you're spending $20 on one headlight kit that does one headlight, this is like 50 headlight pairs for $100. So it's like $2 a headlight pair. I think that is a very good price. And if you're in the industry, headlights and other stuff like that have very low cost for you, and it has a very good upsell price. So I would recommend, if you're not pushing headlight restoration, that's a really good upsell for businesses. And since I let's just do last bit of chat. Mondo says Nemesis is up for Sunday. Is that what you're trying to say? Don says have a great weekend. Yes, thank you so much, Don. You have a wonderful night. I'll see you on Sunday. And then Chrissy says, have a good evening. Thank you so much. And Unpolished Detail, you're finally here, man. A little late to the show. We're winding down. I already gave my final thoughts. Most likely, we're going to do Sunday around between 2 and 3 p.m. West Coast Cali time. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to follow. When I get to 200 followers, I'm giving a bottle of Rapid Rinseless Wash. And that's pretty much it, guys. I'm going to go up and put things away and start spending some time with my wonderful family, which is probably already asleep right now. And thank you so much, guys. This is pre-wash. This was a little bit of wax. I don't know how to end this, but I will say have a great Friday evening, and I will see you on Sunday. Bye-bye.